In this, we have to consider that this is not a triangular waveform, this is a sinusoidal type. Okay, for this kind of waveform, we are having a standard equation as I told you, that is V is equal to V max sine of omega t plus phi. Correct? So in this case, first of all, we need to calculate, suppose V average. What is the formula for V average? As I told you, base length divided like integration, right? Limit vary from this base length. As you can see, it is a symmetrical waveform. For the symmetrical waveform, we'll take only the first cycle of the positive side, right? So in this case, that limit vary from 0 to pi. So we'll write down 0 here and pi here. Then in that case, like I told you now, what is the formula exact? In the that case, we'll consider in the x-axis time, but in this case, we have considered x-axis as a theta. So we'll write down as v d theta divided by the base length. Base length is how much? That is pi minus 0. Correct? Any doubt up to here? Now we can put the value of v. V is how much? That is v max sine theta, or sorry, v max sine theta. Here we'll not consider omega t because theta is mentioned. So we'll consider v is equal to vm sine of theta. Correct? Can we put the here? Can we put the value of v here? That would be 1 by pi. V is how much? Tell me. Vm sine theta and then d theta. Okay. Now in the theta we can put the values 1, 0, then pi. Okay, if we'll solve it further, we'll get as V average is equal to 2 Vm by pi after solving all integration. Then we'll get the value of 63.66 volt. Okay, clear? Next, we need to calculate VRMS value. As you know the formula for VRMS. What is the formula? Again, root of limit vary from alpha 1 to alpha 2. Instead of current, we'll take V square d theta divided by the base length. Right? So VRMS is how much? Again, we'll take root. Okay. Base length is how much? Pi minus 0. Right? And it limit vary from this vary from 0 to pi, so limit vary from 0 to pi, and in this case we'll take v squared d theta. Okay, so again we need to solve it further. 0 to pi, v is how much? Vm sine theta. Right, now this is v square, so we can write down vm square sine square theta d theta divided by pi minus 0. So pi is under the root only. Okay, don't take it outside the root. Again, we'll solve it. We have to put the limit. One is 0, then is pi. If we'll solve it, we'll get the Vm by root 2. That I told you also that VRMS formula is how much? Vm by root 2. Vm is how much? They have mentioned 100 volt. Vm is the maximum volt. So that is 100 divided by root 2. We'll get it as 70.7. Okay, then we can calculate form factor. Form factor is how much? VRMS divided by V average. Again, we'll get the same value 1.11. If we'll not get the same value 1.11, then it means that there is something wrong in your question. Okay. And second thing more, that you know the formula of VRMS is Vmax by root 2, but you can't put directly. Okay, you have to solve it like that. Then only you will get the particular this expression. Then you need to put the value. Similar for this, you know the value of V average. V average is how much? 2 Vm by pi. You means you have to solve the integration side first. Then you can put it. Okay, you can't put the direct formula. Clear?